Baby, okay. Coming up next on Thin Blue Whiskey, white guy dance tips.
You just got to spin with the room when the room starts spinning.
That's right.
Welcome, everybody. We have the brand new release of Elijah Craig A124. Now, this is probably, I don't know, listen, C923, that was the last release of last year, came out in September, was in everybody's 2023 Whiskey of the Year conversations.
Saw it everywhere on TikTok.
So does this one really even stand a chance?
I still think that like 520 is one of the best, but hey.
I have a couple bottles, I think, still sitting around.
Sounds like you guys are talking about Caterpillar diesel stuff. I got some C25 in the bag. Anyway.
Well, hey, welcome. We're going to tell you all about this A124. Well, not all about it, because we don't know a whole lot about it.
We're about to.
We're going to tell you if it's good or not, and hell, I don't know. Maybe we'll even put it up against the C923. I don't know. Have you guys even had the C923?
I think you already know the answer to that when you look over in my direction.
Well,
you're going to learn today.
Are in luck.
Learn you good.
Great.
Well, let's just get into it. Pound for pound, dollar for dollar, you know, this, I think it's up. The price point on them is up to like 70 to 79 maybe for the barrel proof. But man, they usually just are awesome. The proof is good. The age is generally good. This one is 119 proof, aged 10 years and 9 months.
And even when people complain about them, it's usually in comparison to another one.
Yeah.
So if you do get one, it's usually going to be really good. And if you don't have a collection of them to compare them to, you're not going to be like, well, this one's not as good. You're going to be like, okay, this is really good.
Yeah.
I couldn't pick it out between 4 other Elijah Craigs, probably, kind of a thing. So.
Heaven Hill is one of my favorite distilleries. Love Heaven Hill products.
Me as well.
Listen, I'm a Buffalo Trace fanboy. Just like Jay.
It's okay, Jay. It's okay.
Just like Jay. But I really, really like Heaven Hill. So I look forward to these. I just had a stockpile. I stopped buying them. Like I've had the opportunities to buy them, but there was so many. Everybody came out and had private barrels. It seemed like for like 2 years, the last 2 years, everybody's done a private barrel Elijah Craig. Well, I bought them every time I saw them. Well, pretty soon you have 10 bottles of Elijah Craig private barrel or just their regular barrel proof, and pretty soon it's like, well, I don't really need any more.
It's a good investment strategy, though. A lot of people do gold, silver, stocks and bonds.
I clearly do booze.
Brown liquor. It's recession proof.
Hey.
You can't hardly beat it.
If it doesn't do well in the market, you can get drunk.
That's right.
That's right.
And when the world's ending, one way or another, you're the happiest man on earth.
So, hey, like, comment, subscribe, come along. Let us know what you think of the A124. Have you had it? Your thoughts? How's it compared to the C923? And we're probably gonna find out.
We're gonna have to bash it against something.
You guys are trying the C923.
Yeah.
I can't believe we never had the C923, but yeah, you're right. We never did.
I've been dragging you guys down to the bottom. I'm always making you kind of play in my sandbox.
Now we're bringing you up, buddy.
I think I brought some pain in the old top shelf market.
It is. You've bastardized me for the rest of the world.
So
this is a healthy note. I like that.
So it is rich.
What's the proof on this?
Smooth
119.
mahogany.
It is not.
I'm not. Listen.
I dig it.
There is a nice, sophisticated wood aspect to this. It's sweet. Like if you were to drizzle caramelized brown sugar over a nice, rich mahogany table.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying.
We cue some smooth jazz under this.
Yeah. Yep, we sure can, because I know an audio guy.
That's right. That's really good, though.
Yeah, it's sweet, it's dense, it's rich.
It does not smell like it's proof.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Yet. I mean,
Again, if you look at the bottle, you know it's 124, you said? This doesn't.
119.
Okay, it doesn't hit you over the head, though, for sure.
I like the nose.
And you actually put your nose kind of in the glass without getting hit with it.
I've never had an Elijah Craig barrel proof nose that wasn't good, though. So,
okay, let's see
are there others that are better?
See if it stacks up. 4 hours later.
That is a vanilla bomb.
It does punch you pretty hard with that. and then it kind of burns.
It's a char vanilla, but oh my God. Okay, I've had better Elijah Craig barrel proofs.
Okay.
I'm not, this vanilla, this toasted, char toasted vanilla, it's not that prevalent on the nose, but I'm getting strong on the palate.
The nose is so dense, you can't really...
It does kind of suck because the nose was so, what I would consider kind of just steady state, but then you do get a huge spike of that, and then it kind of tails off on the drinkability portion.
It's
still good though. Burning.
It's very good.
Burning right in here.
It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite barrel proof.
Like he's got enough to have a fucking favorite. No, sorry, we have mics on now. We're gonna pick up all this.
Whoops.
It's live TV, folks.
You weren't the only one that knocked those bottles over.
If you're gonna keep all these around like bowling pins behind us.
Hey, I got it.
Who keeps empty bottles of foolproof laying around?
I have an experiment going.
There's like 4 back here.
We'll get you the doctor, the science coat, the mad glasses, and all that. We're gonna do it up.
Hey Jay, what do we got here?
What do you say there, fella?
Oh, that would be 520.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So barrel proof.
Okay, so the B520 was back when they were the 12-year age stated.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like the first one that they came out with, what was it? The B523 that they came out with, that it was under 12 years, and everybody lost their minds thinking that Elijah Craig was just going to tank and start charging more for younger whiskey in their barrel proof.
It looked like that Bills guy that was crying at the end of that game. Felt so good.
And then C923 happened, which came out at 13 year, 7 month, 133 proof.
See, didn't care what the age statement was because they're going to do their best to give a great.
They have a profile.
A good whiskey every time.
They have a profile that they say this meets expectations of barrel proof.
This is 10 years. This is a 10-year whiskey, and this is right where we want it. Why not get it on the market?
Mm-hmm.
But as a consumer, when they charge the same or more for a 10-year that they were charging for a 12 or 13, almost 14-year-old,
fanboys cry.
Yeah, they do. Hey Jimmy, how are you normally going to drink this?
Yeah. You know what? I like my whiskey on the rocks. Just so happens.
Dang.
What?
We're going to kind of have a part B to some of these, and I talk these guys into it because every other bourbon, TikTok, YouTube, Insta page, everything's in a Glencairn. Everything's neat. Everything's room temperature. Totally get it. That's not how I do it. Like 99% of the time, throw it on a couple of ice cubes, let it mellow out for a few minutes, and we've done some stuff on here before where a thimbleful of water will change the profile. A couple of ice cubes will radically alter the profile.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked these guys to let me kind of swim in my own end of the pool while they're doing their stuff, and well, here we are.
So what I just poured is the C923.
More oaky, like
it is.
A little more proof.
Yeah, and is there a real subtle cherry note on that?
There's something sweet, yeah.
It's a fruit, very subtle.
Like medicinal cherry, like.
Yeah, but I think that may be the cherry / oak that's coming across as that your medicinal.
When you say medicinal cherry, are we talking like
Hall's cough?
Like Dimetapp, like cough syrup type stuff? Okay.
So you get like
making sure
that ethanol mixed with oak and that cherry. You're like, that kind of. I'm gonna put a Hall's cough drop in my mouth real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so good.
It is much smoother, much. You know, if you look at like a graph, it doesn't have that spike that the first one did.
And that's 133 smooth.
And it's smoother than the 119.
Jesus.
Yeah. God and baby Jesus.
So, a C923, it's better than that A124, 100%.
You can feel the proof.
Yes, but it's nice. It's
not abrasive. Though.
No, it's not. It actually like it's warming me up. I like it.
Around in my tummy.
I'm naturally this red. High blood pressure, but you know the whiskey definitely helps. If you just got done shoveling snow out of the driveway, this would be a nice reward.
Yep.
Unless you forget about your frostbite.
So
I only got 3 fingers left, but this whiskey is damn good.
Do you want Do you want to try the B520 up against this? Or should that be a video?
Is
the frog's asshole watertight?
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
We are having this is real time. This is unscripted.
Yeah, we were just planning on doing the A124.
Yep. For your viewing pleasure, we happen to have 3 contenders.
We may be done after this video. These are all like tanks of proof.
Okay, so the A124, it is. It's all the things that we said. It's really nice and mellow on the nose. It's got this nice, really subtle sweetness to it. It's not anything that's just gonna. It's not gonna smack you in the face out of the glass.
Dense, sweet, and a little vanilla.
Yeah, but the palate, super vanilla.
Yep.
Yes.
Charred, like toasted, burnt vanilla.
Still right in there.
a very subtle oak note, but I mean it is very deep. It's more fruit, just charred, dense. Off. Listen, I'm trying to give tasting notes because
I know
we have been kicked in the nuts.
We have had some negative feedback about all we do is just drink on camera. We don't provide any details.
I couldn't do it.
I know. I saw it. Jay gave me the signal. I thought let's not hang Mike out just quite yet. Let's give him a little more rope. Just give him a little more rope. Well, anyway, I think it's
that's
cool.
why they booted me.
No.
For a couple of videos.
All
hey,
day,
listen, we booted you because we did Buffalo Trace, and we knew you didn't like Buffalo Trace. So, sorry, gotcha.
I don't take offense when you guys do ryes and scotches and that weird Japanese stuff. That we can't miss you if you never leave, Big J.
I can't sleep down here. There's Patriot stuff all over.
Burns like fire.
This does.
So yeah, let's bring it back
C923,
to the east.
It's everything that the A124 strives to be.
Yep, but
it's almost there. It could have easily used another 6 or 8 months.
Yep.
Because it doesn't have enough oaky, like that sweet oaky profile to cut through that vanilla, whereas this has enough oak to kind of
smooths it out a little.
I don't know if it ever would have got there though.
Yeah.
It's so sweet. Like
it is
a lot of sweet.
I'm thinking of like the weird graph, like where it hits you with the vanilla and then it just kind of dies, whereas the other one, a little smoother, a little more steady state.
The C923 is so much more complex.
It
like
is.
I'm just sitting here sipping it, like I'm getting some nice leather notes. There's some tobacco notes in here. Like the wood, the dark brown sugar.
Like a dried fruit, like raisiny, plummy.
Yeah,
it's just so complex. The A124 is not. It's a good sip. It's not.
Looking at the color of them too. Sorry, I was just trying to get. You can kind of tell, obviously, that more complex, more age,
back here like,
more.
What up, girl?
All right.
Redo. Pour them all again.
That, guys, science.
Here's the frog's ass.
Oh boy.
It's watertight.
You guys are good. You just sample on that side of the house.
Okay, so Jimmy, how's the ice?
I do like it. This was the one that I just got done talking about, the huge spike. I think obviously it cut a bunch of that out. But the thing that you guys have feared and what I have also kind of learned is it almost brings in a more sour, foul tone to it with ice and water. And it's been sitting here, 9-10 minutes now. Good. It took the huge spike out of it.
Yeah.
But now we're almost to that weird grain bucket, kind of that funky.
Yeah, and I think
not
that's
all
what
of them work well on ice.
That's what you're going to run into, especially the longer you let it sit.
It's been marinating for quite a while, and it's good, but it definitely, man, there's more foul and funk, kind of grainy.
Yeah.
It took the big vanilla spike out of it.
Did it?
If that's your jam, we're doing this to kind of help educate. I'm a rocks glass kind of guy, but man, this one I don't think works well. I think this one's better neat. So.
Or, I did put some ice in there, like you would normally drink it.
Yep, how I would normally drink it.
But if you if you're that kind of person that just wants it maybe a little cold, and you only want to put one ice cube into a couple ounces.
I always ruin it, but yeah. But yes, this one doesn't necessarily hold up with ice and
I
time.
love the B520.
That's a solid cat. It was so much more refined. it's the high school freshman that rolls up in a Honda Civic versus the senior with the denim jacket and the Billy Squier playing. You know, the guy knows what he's doing by then. Just took a page out of Jay's high school yearbook.
So B520, are you getting super leather tobacco with
even on the nose? It's like
with melted syrup, like brown sugar syrup,
like kind of like
over a wallet.
It's what did I? Hold on. I think my review of 520, like way back on the Facebook page, was that exact thing. It was like a leather wallet, like an old used leather wallet dipped in like maple syrup.
This is no, I don't remember that, but that's freaking hilarious if that is true.
Or a baseball glove, like a little dusty like baseball glove, like dipped in some maple syrup, and you just took a bite out of it.
It is.
Imagery. No, no, thank you. I'm sure it's awesome.
So okay.
Yeah,
let's wrap this up.
Yep.
What do we think of the A124?
Good.
At 75,
not quite there.
$79.
It's good.
It's good. Would you recommend it at if you can find it for $79?
If you can get it at retail, get it all.
Yeah, I do too.
If you're chasing the Elijah Craig barrel proofs, get one. If you see one, find it, buy it.
Yeah, to add to your collection, yeah. A guy like me probably wouldn't, but again,
the C923. If I find another bottle, I would. Yeah. I want another bottle.
That's one of those you might get buried with. I only got one. Like you better have it.
I'll trade a B5. I might have an extra B520. I'll trade a B520 for another
60 bottles of Elijah Craig out down there.
And the B520, it's good. It's not good. As good as C923.
I think we've got a clear leader for all the right reasons. I even liked it.
It's just so much more complex.
It was so full.
There's so much going on in the C923 that
you don't have to hunt for.
Yes.
That's another thing.
Prevalent. It's not like dense and like.
You can only get it in Louisville. You can only get it in It's
hiding in this little ball where you have to kind of go through it. 923 everything is like it kind of just goes in like little stages of
every sip you get. Hey.
Yep. It's
there. Oh, hey.
Something different.
Something different. Every single sip, something.
And the 520 doesn't have all the things the 923 does.
Yeah.
It's missing a few items.
If you love delicious whiskey, any of them will do.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I would say C923 and B520 would be better than that as far as.
Yeah.
But if you want super complex, C923 gives you that. If you want just
every day
fantastic tasting barrel proof whiskey, B520 is fantastic. I don't know how 127.2 proof. I don't know how many people will find B520 still out there today.
Good luck.
I mean, if you have a C923, I might be up for.
I have a post office box.
So anyway, that's that. Like, comment, subscribe. Thin Blue Whiskey says C923 is probably going to be across the board. Recommend.
Yes. Big time.
Jimmy didn't try the B520. I would say that's second. A124 is worth picking up.
It's in the good, not great yet.
If you generally like the Elijah Craig barrel proof and you buy them often, you got to get it.
I'm curious what that one tastes like a month from now with a little bit of air in the bottle. Maybe it kind of knocks it down a little bit.
Yeah, I am too.
Okay.
So we'll revisit and
go buy some.
We'll see you next time.